everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here, a very warm welcome to you. My name's Emily and I'm a knitter, crocheter and very occasional sewer. Today's episode is my usual podcast, so I'll be covering any updates, any finished objects, any works in progress that I've worked on in the last week or so, any cast-ons and any acquisitions. Before we get stuck in, how are we all today? I hope that you're all doing well and that you've had a really lovely week so far. I am doing well. I'm a little bit tired. It's been, it's just been one of those weeks yet again. Not too bad. I've been very productive, which is great. I'm just ready for the weekend now, which is madness because I had Monday off with it being bank holiday, but I feel like all these bank holidays are really knocking my weeks a bit awry, so I'm not quite sure where I am. I thought it was Friday today, so sadly I do have another day of work coming, and that kind of hints as to what's happening in this recording, because I usually record on a Wednesday, but I'm recording on a Thursday today. And reason for that is because, well, yesterday was madness, and then today I was hoping that a parcel would have arrived, because I think it was supposed to arrive yesterday, which it didn't, and I have a notification on my phone saying that the parcel has been delayed. And it's been delayed for a couple of days now, and I'm hoping it is just because it is bank holiday. It was bank holiday on Monday, and I'm hoping that's why. But I'm not sure why it's been delayed for longer, if that makes sense. So hopefully they haven't lost the parcel. I'm really hoping not. But either way, I will explain that parcel at the end of the video in the acquisitions section, just so you've got an idea of what I'm hoping will be coming. But yes, that is hopefully coming. I'm a little stressed about it, I think. Just because, you know, you order these things, you get all excited and you make plans and then it doesn't happen. You're like, oh my gosh, it's not what am I going to do? But yeah, it's just a little bit stressful. Well, I say it's stressful. The only real reason it's stressful is because we are going away soon. So before I go on to that, I'm going to get started with the episode. So we're going to start with updates, and I do have a couple for you today. So I'm just checking my notes. I have, the works in progress video is finally out. I believe that was, I think I made it go live. Was it Monday? I think it was Monday that went live. So thank you all so much for all your comments on that video. There were quite a few, so thank you. I really love it when you engage with me in the comments. And as I say, I do try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. And I'm just so grateful that that video was received so well. And yeah, I always find those sort of videos really useful, especially being a whipper, if you will. I do have a good number of works in progress. And I find that doing those videos, you know, doing a roundup of all my works in progress is actually extremely useful, because although I know in my head and I can see it on my tablet, when I've got a spreadsheet on my tablet that I just check and keep track of all my projects, although that is there and it's in my head and I know, unless I physically get them all together and look at each one and get a feel for them again, I don't really necessarily know what needs doing on them. I don't necessarily know if I should just rip it back and start again. Like, for example, it's still here. For example, my, oh no, I've forgotten what it's called. Hang on, I've got the notes here. My Thomas Pullover by Hohi Locatelli, that beautiful, hang on. It's right here, I may as well show you. So this one, for example, this is the Thomas Pullover by Hohi Locatelli. It's gorgeous, deep, very deep V sweater. And yeah, this has been on pause for a while. It's got these beautiful cables going down either side, on both sides, front and back. And yeah, I'm really not that far off finishing the body. And this has been on my mind to frog for a long time. And just because it is done in seed stitch, so it's this beautiful knit one, purl one stitch that you alternate the rows on. And it is a beautiful effect. I believe it's seed stitch. It's either seed stitch or moss stitch. I always get confused as to which one is which. But yeah, it's a beautiful effect. It's a beautiful texture. But it's just so arduous to make and knit up. But I tried it on in the whips video, and this is where I'm going with this. I tried it on, and yeah, I definitely want to finish it. I know 100% that I want to finish it. And it kind of re-sparked a little bit of, I want to work on that project. I want to start working on it. And, you know, that's what I find, long story short, that's why I find doing a whip roundup really, really useful, because then you've got all of your works in progress in front of you. You can physically see the workload that needs to be done, and then you can kind of make decisions based on those. A couple of these projects have been in my works in progress videos for a while, but now that my whips, believe it or not, are a little bit lower, I feel like I can fit them in to my routine, if that makes sense. So I do find those videos extremely useful, and I hope that you enjoyed seeing all the projects that I have in progress at the moment, because we are coming up to a month-end video, so at least you now know when I give you those whips numbers, you have a better idea of what those whips actually are. So yeah, I do find those videos extremely useful. So I might try and do them maybe on a 6-monthly basis. I know that's quite not very regular, but I'll see. We'll see how we get on. Let me know how regular you would like those works in progress videos actually. That might be a good question for you all. Let me know in the comments below how often you would like the works in progress videos, because it holds me accountable, gives you a good idea of what I've actually got going on, and it just revitalises projects in my head. And yeah, I find that quite interesting. So there we have that. Moving on to the next item, I do have May's month-end wrap-up video on my to-do list. So I will be recording that this weekend, I believe. I'm going to aim for that anyway. So in that video, I will let you know what I am planning to do in terms of my paused whips, for example, the whips that I haven't really pulled out for a long time. I did mention it briefly in that works in progress video, but I think I'm going to cover it a bit better in my month-end wrap-up, so stay tuned for that video, and I will give you a little glimpse of what my plan is, obviously, for June. Now, June's going to be a real busy month, but yeah, it's going to be real busy for me. So basically, we are going on holiday mid-June. It is the 24 Hour of Le Mans, so it's a 24-hour motorsport race that we go to every year. We try to anyway. I think COVID, we missed 2 years. We missed the year before COVID, and then we missed the year that COVID was happening. Sorry, the pandemic was happening. And then I think we missed the year after that as well. We were back last year, which was fantastic, so it was the centenary. And then this year, obviously, we're back again. This is going to be me and Rob, so that's going to be interesting. We usually go with a big gaggle of us, but yeah, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, it's going to be lovely because it is actually our 10th year anniversary. Yay! So Rob and I met, technically we met on Instagram, but we met in person at Le Mans in 2014. So it will be our 10th year anniversary and we'll be in the place where we met. So very, very exciting. I'm quite excited. We don't usually celebrate it, but I think we might just grab a champagne in the paddock, you know, as you do. Why not? Watch some cars. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. And yeah, I think we're going to meet up with some mates, because Rob's got some mates that are going, obviously separate to us, so I'll meet up probably at the track. Well, the track's huge, so the track is everywhere. And then I have a friend who's going as well, who I've not seen for years, so it's going to be great. I've said to him, let's meet up for a beer, so we'll do that probably, I don't know when, maybe race day, I don't know, who knows. But I'm really, really excited. I absolutely adore. I'm going to put timestamps below, so you can skip this part if you wish. But I absolutely adore the 24 Hours of Le Mans. I've been going since 2011, I think. I think that was the first year I started going. And it's just, I say this almost every time that I go, but it feels like I'm going home. It's really, really surreal feeling. It's just such a special place in itself. And then to go for the event is just even more special. It's just, I cannot explain how it makes me feel. And I always find that race night, so it starts on the Saturday, the race does, Saturday midday, well, after midday, it's usually about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock-ish. And then obviously it's 24 hours, so it finishes the same time the following day on the Sunday. So we're camping at Beausejour, so that is one of the campsites that is near the Porsche curves. So we will be sleeping while the race is happening, which is wonderful. You can usually hear the cars. I used to camp at Mulsanne Corner, and that was right next to the track, like literally next to the track. So whenever the cars went past, you could feel the rumble while you were trying to sleep, and it was just the best experience ever. It was just amazing. So yeah, super excited. Can you tell? But yeah, I'm super excited. I love this race so much. I cannot wait to go. I've not, oh my goodness. But we have so much to do, lots of packing, everything like that. But that being said, where I'm going with this is that I am obviously going to be away during the usual recording schedule, so I will be doing a video for you. The plan is that I am due to record my next episode of Behind the Seams, so episode 5. So my plan is, hopefully, if all goes to plan, I really hope it does, because I don't have a lot of wiggle room to adjust for. So I'm really hoping that I get the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt clue. Which clue is it? Clue 5 this weekend. I'm hoping it'll come. I keep thinking it's Friday. It's not Friday. It is Friday when you're watching this, but I'm hoping that it will come on Saturday. If not, I'm really, really hoping it will come on the Sunday. So my plan is to record for Behind the Seams on Sunday, because Saturday we're going out shopping, emergency shopping for stuff for Le Mans, because I need a couple of extra little bits. I need a new rucksack. I need a new, I call them bladders. That might sound very strange to people, but a bladder is basically a big waterproof sack, if you will, that has a tube, and you put it in your rucksack, and it just means that you can fill it with water. Maybe I've got a 2-litre one, but I'm going to upgrade to a 3-litre one. So we can fill it with water, and then the tube kind of comes out the top of the bag. You've got a hose that comes down the front, and then you can just drink as you're on the go. It's fantastic. Fantastic for walking, anything like that. But whenever I'm out at a race event or anything like that, I always bring my bladder, because it just means that I can stay hydrated a lot easier, and I'm carrying a lot more water with me. I have learned this from many, many years of being at racetracks when it's scorching hot and I have no water. So it's just a must, and I would like to increase the capacity. So that's what we're going for. Massive waffle session here. My apologies, but I am very excited. So that being said, I'm hoping to record Behind the Seams this weekend. So let me just recap my plan. So my May month-end wrap-up, I will record this weekend, and that should hopefully be with you latest Monday. I'm hoping to get it with you maybe Sunday evening, if I can. Sunday, I'll aim for Sunday at 4 p.m. UK time. Failing that, it will be Monday, 4 p.m. UK time. One of the two of those will be my May month-end wrap-up video. Then you will get my next podcast. So next week you will have my next podcast. The following week you will get my Behind the Seams episode. If all goes well and to plan, I'm really hoping it does, because yeah, as I said, I don't really have much room for wiggling, if you will. So fingers crossed, all goes to plan, and that is the schedule for the next couple of weeks for you. But I'm going to try and make sure that you have a video every week. After that, obviously, I will take my phone with me to Le Mans. My phone is what I record all my videos on, and I will film as much as I can, get as much footage as I can, and I'll try to put together, because I know I said this last year and I didn't do it. I'm really annoyed with myself that I didn't, because it was the centenary and I took a specific project with me. So I'm aiming to do the same again this year. I'm aiming to take a project with me. I don't know what project yet. I cast on something special last year, so I maybe might do the same this year. I think I've got an idea of what I want to do, so I'll have a think this weekend. But either way, I'm taking a project with me. I'm going to film as much as I can, and then my aim is, when I get back from Le Mans, is to try and put together a sort of vlog video for you all, because motorsport events I'd like to say are quite unique, but I think they're kind of unique in this field, if you will. So I really want to kind of I was going to say kind of help you experience it. That's not really what I'm trying to say. I would just like to bring my passion to yourselves, because it's something I'm really passionate about. If you're not interested, it's perfectly fine, because you can just skip that video. You don't even have to watch it. It's perfectly fine. But I just find it so fascinating, and I would like to bring a bit of my passion to you all if you are interested. That is my hope. That is my plan. And I think the Le Mans 24-hour race is just such a special race. And I think it deserves more coverage in every field, basically. Because obviously F1, everybody knows about Formula 1, but not many people really think about the 24 hours of Le Mans, which is such a historic and incredible race. So that is my idea, that is my plan, and I'm going to stop waffling because I've been going for 15 minutes and we're not even in any of the crafty goodness. So let's get stuck into the crafty goodness. I'm going to start with, oh yes, I have so much to update you with. I totally blanked. The first item on my list is the Toft Workshop, and oh my goodness, I had such a fantastic time. I felt so much more comfortable at this workshop. The last workshop I absolutely loved, so last year I did absolutely love it, but I was very nervous because it was the first time I was doing any sort of anything like that. And I obviously knew, the only person I really kind of knew was Michelle, but yeah, I was very nervous and I didn't really kind of just, well, I did, I was quite uptight. I think I was just so nervous. But this year I knew what to expect, so I was a lot more comfortable. And yeah, it was just fantastic. I had such a good time. Also, I got to meet one of your wonderful selves, and it was just such a joy to meet you. I apologise, I was very awkward when you noticed me because I have not been noticed before. So it's not something I know how to deal with, if that makes sense. So I wasn't very sure how to react. I was extremely flattered, I was extremely excited to meet you, and I was just very sorry that I didn't catch your name. So thank you so much for saying hello. And again, apologies for being really weird. It's just not something I'm used to. So I'm just so grateful, and honestly I do, please come and say hello to me if you see me out and about. I imagine I will get more used to it the more of yourselves that I do converse with and meet, so just bear with me. I am a very anxious person, so it's not something I'm just not used to it. So again, thank you so much for saying hello, and it was lovely to meet you, and again, apologies for being weird. It's not my intention. But yes, the workshop was absolutely fantastic, as I said. Right, I am going to show you what I have, and you'll be quite pleased with me. I'm pleased with me. But what we got, I will put in photos. So the pattern that we got was this absolutely gorgeous. This is what we got. It is a Pincushion Flower monster, and it's absolutely beautiful. So if I bring that closer, you can see this is the PDF, not the PDF, this is the pattern that we got, the card pattern, and this is another version of it. So as you can see, you've got this little top piece here that is all bobbles, lots of bobbles. And Kerry did say that the Pincushion Flower is quite random when it starts to flower. So these are these are the flower heads just before they open. And around the edge here, this beautiful colour yarn, beautiful different colour yarn, that is to kind of emulate the flowers that are starting to bloom. Kerry did say they're quite random as they happen, so it kind of left us to be a bit more creative as to how we dealt with the flowers popping out, basically. So yeah, one of the ladies on my table actually did some of these bobbles in this colour, in this purple colour, and it looked really, really nice. So that is the pattern. We had that on the table. We also had a lovely little Toft bag that had the stuffing in. I will take that out a moment. There we go. So that little bag just had the stuffing in. Really nice bag. I really like these. So I've used a fair amount. I've actually used some of this on a different project as well because I've been working really hard. If I show you, this ribbon was tied onto the bucket that we got. So if I show you, so mine, I've just absolutely obliterated the stuff that we got. So you had this little tub, and in this tub was all the yarn. It was then sealed up with some beautiful tissue paper. I will go that way. I will pop a photo in here of how it looked. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then also on the table in front of us were some patches, and these were the two patches that were on the table. So we got Jess the dolphin and Lou the merino sheep. So those are the two patches that we got on the table, and it was just gorgeous. I love how they present them, they're absolutely gorgeous. But this little ribbon here was just to tell us what it was, so Pincushion Flower, and then on the back it just gave us all the ingredients on how to make the flower, which I think is really cute. So that was that. I'm trying to think, am I missing anything? Ah, yes, I am. So in the little tub, we had 100 grams of lime. This is what's left of mine. Then we also had, no, that is from something else. As you can tell, I've made a right mess of this. We also had a really beautiful hand dye. So this was the hand dye that we got. It was very, very akin to the sweet pea, I think. So it was a violet base, and on that base there was dyed segments of plum. So plum was the colour from the Advent project. So it was really, really lovely colour, and it is called Double Scoop. And there it is. Really beautiful. And we had 50 grams of this, so that was really nice. And that was for the flower heads. So again, I'll show you that. That was just to do these little spots of colour here, the flower heads. So we also got a hook as well. A hook, we also got some cream and some black. I haven't got cream. Oh no, I have. We also got some cream and black for the eyes, and then also a little bit of yellow for marking your place on the, marking your start of round on the item. Right, okay, so I am extremely, oh wait, before I show you what I've done, I also managed to get hold of this patch as well. This was Kerry the Chameleon. So Jess was handing these out if you'd spoken to Kerry, which I had. So I just asked Jess if I could have one of these, because this one I don't actually have. So I now have this in my collection, which is lovely. Right, I'm going to show you what I've done, and I'm quite excited because, yeah, I mean, it is subject to change because, yeah, I might put a few more flowers in, but I don't know. So, ta-da! I've actually finished it. I'm so happy. My one has a very floppy head because I don't think I stuffed her neck enough. But here is my Pincushion Flower. There's the legs, the arms. My arms are quite curly, so we did something very, very akin to the Frizzle Chicken, whereby we did these extra pieces here and then we slip stitched around the edge to create a really nice finish on those. But mine are curling quite badly, and I'm not sure why, but that's fine, it's fine. The head has this beautiful little bits that come down, and I think it's really cute because if you lift them up, you can see the little face there. Really cute. But I think it's nice that it kind of covers the little face. It's adorable. And then on the top, I've done these flowers kind of all the way around the edge, but I've not done them the same distance apart. Some are spread a little bit wider than others, but yeah, I've done it as a bit random. And then on the top, I've only done a couple of extra flowers on the top to kind of incorporate that randomness of them popping out. I may add some more because I think it looks nice with that colour, to be honest. There we are. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased because I worked really hard and I finished it this weekend. So I'm so proud of myself because the sweet pea that I did last year, I didn't finish it until this year. So I wasn't going to let this happen with this one. I had to get it finished. So ta-da, finished. I'm so pleased. But yeah, I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. What did I actually get done at the workshop? I was sitting next to a very ambitious lady and I got very inspired to actually work on this bit, which was the bobble bit. I'm glad I did because it was quite arduous, but there were a couple of things that I could sit and ask the others about, and it just made a lot of sense doing it at the workshop because I think doing the harder bits at the workshop, although it does mean you've got to concentrate more, so you're a little less social, it does mean that you can ask questions if needed. Although having said that, I think because I was so social, I ended up messing up a bit more than possibly I needed to. But anyway, that's what I did. I did the bubble bit on the top, and then I also managed to start on, I can't remember if you started on the head and worked down. I think you do. So I'd started on the actual head and body, so I'd done a little bit of the crown. I should have took a photo of what I actually got done at the workshop, but I think the workshops don't necessarily have to be get as much done as you can. You know, I found that getting the harder bit, as I just said, done meant that I could ask the questions that I needed to. So anything that I was a bit unsure about, I could ask questions about because I was working on it. And yeah, it's just really nice place to go. It's really lovely, just venue and everything. And yeah, look at it all. As you can tell, the head is so wobbly. My sweet pea just sits on my bookcase, so this one might sit on another bookcase, so the head's going to be resting against something, but I think it's really cute. It's really nice. As I say, let me know if you think I should put some more pops of colour in that top crown. I feel like maybe I should, like maybe a couple more here, because I feel like this bit's a bit sparse. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with what I've done. As I say, I mean, I've got plenty of this left, so I can add a few more flowers in here and there if I choose. But as far as I'm concerned, this is finished and I'm so, so pleased. As I say, I'm hopefully will have put up some videos and things like that. As I've been speaking, I feel like I'm just going a bit of a whirlwind. It was just so exciting and I absolutely loved it. But yeah, so that is what I did at the Toft Workshop. I had a fantastic time. Rob and I drove down early morning and we got there for opening. They opened the gates a little bit early this time, which was really nice. So we got in a little bit earlier and I managed to get myself to the workshop a little bit earlier. Found my seat and I managed to sit on a table next to Michelle, so I got to say hello to Michelle. We caught up for a little bit, which was really, really nice. That's Michelle from Shell Star Stitches. Please check out her channel because her video on the Toft Workshop is fantastic. And if you want to know anything to do with Toft, she is a wealth of knowledge. Her knowledge astounds me. And whenever she goes to a workshop, she asks a massive number of questions and then she relays all the information to us. So I do highly recommend checking her channel out because, as I say, in her Toft video specifically of the workshop, she has mentioned a lot of updates and things like that. So it's just really interesting to know. But yes, I absolutely love it. The next workshop, I think, at Q was going to be in December. I think it was the 17th of December, and I'm still debating as to whether or not I'm going to go. It's a long way, a very, very busy time of year, and I'm just not sure. I need to see when it comes up, when the tickets go on sale, I'll see how much it is, and I'll try and figure out if I'm going to go then. I do really want to go, but yeah, it's just an awkward time of year for me. But we'll see. Anyway, I had an absolutely fantastic time. It was brilliant, and yeah, I do hope to go to another one at some point. Whether it will be the one in December, I don't know. But yeah, I do like Kew Gardens, but I don't think Rob will come with me again because I think we've done it completely now because he drove us there and he wandered around Kew Gardens while I was in the workshop, and then I met up with him after the workshop and we had another little wander around Kew, which was really, really nice. But as I say, I feel like we've done all of Kew now, so I'm not sure we need to go again in terms of visiting Kew. So I don't know, we'll see how we get on. I'm just going to grab my tea, hang on. Oh, there we go. But yeah, it was just so good. I will have put in some videos as I've been speaking because I can't remember what I've recorded because it was about a week ago. So I can't remember what I've recorded and what footage I have to show you, but any footage I will have included at some point here at some point. So yes, there we go. I'm just going to move everything because I've covered my notes. Hang on. Woo, I feel like a bit of a whirlwind today. Right, okay, so my notes are no longer covered. So, actually, yes, that brings me on to my finished objects. You have seen one, and that is, oh my gosh, everything is everywhere. So, you've seen the first one, which is the lovely Pincushion Flower by Toft. I cannot tell you how happy I am that I've managed to complete that. I'm so proud of myself. It's like the quickest I've ever completed anything from Toft, I think. Possibly the quickest. Yeah, really pleased. But I have finished another object as well. So this might be no surprise to any of you, but the other finished object that I have to show you this week is my Horseshoe Falls socks. I am so pleased. I'm hoping the light's not throwing them out. I've just looked at the screen and realised they look a bit... No, that's okay. No, that's okay. So these are the Horseshoe Falls socks by Holly Isaac, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I really like them. There we go. They've got this absolutely beautiful, I'll put one down. They've got this absolutely beautiful cabling that goes down the front. The heel is the Fish Lips Kiss heel, and what she has done is she has also added in a mini gusset just here to widen that part of the foot. that part of the sock even. I'm not sure if that is necessarily needed. I've never done a fish lips kiss heel prior to this, so I'm not 100% sure how much that gusset is needed. If you have done a fish lips kiss heel before, please let me know, and let me know if you get on fine without doing a mini gusset, or if you think a mini gusset is a great idea just to widen that part of the sock. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But these are the socks. The yarn that I use is a self-striping skein of yarn that is by the wonderful Fibre Punk, and it is called Progress Pride. As I say, it is self-striping, so all these colours are on one skein of yarn. It's very clever. I would love to be able to dye yarn self-striping. I think it's gorgeous. And as I say, Progress Pride, so it has all the beautiful colours of Pride. So I wanted to get these finished for the month of Pride, and I've got them done just in the nick of time. So I will get a lot of wear out of these socks during June. So very, very excited. Now, if I quickly show them, I did try my best to match the colours, and I've done pretty well. So these two, this part, the leg is fine, and then here towards the toes, they are the same size, but for some, well, not for some reason, it's just the nature of yarn, isn't it? This one has a red tip, and this one didn't quite get to the red, it's just fully black. That's fine, I don't mind that. But I'm really, really pleased with them. I absolutely love them. This middle bit of yarn, I used a different skein of yarn for this bit because I wasn't quite sure how the colours would behave with the Fish Lips Kiss heel and this mini gusset. So I decided to use a different skein of yarn. It is just quite a neutral skein from Botanical Yarn. It was one of their mini, it was the Lonely Skeins. So she does grab bags basically of mystery yarns, and it was the mystery minis that I got, and it was in one of those. So I thought I'd use that because it's quite a neutral colour, so it shouldn't detract from the rest of the colours, and I don't think it does actually. I think it's quite nice. Plus it means if I do get a hole, I usually get them either here or here. So if I do get a hole, it's easier to patch up because it's just this colour, and that's fine. Yeah, I'm really, really pleased with them, really happy. Yeah, it's another finished object, and just in the nick of time. I'm so, so pleased. So yeah, those are the absolutely gorgeous Horseshoe Fall socks by Holly Isaac. Oh, I love a finished item. Right, now we are on to, just checking my notes once again, we are on to works in progress. Now, I don't have much in terms of, what's the word, progress, kind of. I don't really have much in the terms of progress because I really, really wanted to get my Pincushion Flower finished, and I spent most of the weekend doing that. But I did get some work done, so I will show you. The first project that I worked on is, of course, the absolutely gorgeous Sweet Shop Blanket by Laura Penrose. And again, absolutely adore this project. It is just amazing. The yarn I'm using, this hand-dyed yarn, is by Attic Spin Dye, and it is their Beatrix Potter Club from, I think they did it 2 years running, so last year and the year before, I believe. And it's absolutely gorgeous. It was a 12-month club, and I am just trying to make the yarns sing, basically, and I think this project is the perfect project. I got to last week, I got to here, so I was working on this square here, which I finished, and then I am now working on the side. Oh my gosh, there's yarn. There is just yarn everywhere. I'm now working on the side here, and I've just done the first square there. Now, I have also started to tie in ends a little bit more, with a bit more vigour, so those are done. They still looks mammoth task, which it is. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. It's still going to be a mammoth task, but there are parts where there are less yarn. Let's try words. There are parts where there is less yarn because I've tied the ends in. I was really, really conscious of trying to get the ends in because, as you, your wonderful selves, have rightly said, I will thank my future self. My future self will be very, very happy if I can get these ends tied in a bit more, because otherwise it is just going to be a mammoth task. It's going to take forever. But I am absolutely loving this project, and I just really want to knit on it. I don't want to sit there tying in ends, but I need to because, again, as you rightly say, my future self will be grateful. So this is the Sweet Shop Blanket by Laura Penrose. Oh, it's just so squishy and cosy now. Love it. Well, it was before, but I absolutely love it. So let me put that back in my bag. Right, the next item that I have been working on is the lovely, let me get it, the lovely Plumeria Tank Top by, oh my goodness, ends. Plumeria Tank Top by Along Avec Anna. So I really like this top, and yes, no, I still haven't got cast off yet. I'm still going. Now, I did watch Nitty Natty the other week, and she was saying that she's really started enjoying tying in her ends as she goes, because it's much nicer showing when there's not ends here, there and everywhere. And I totally agree with her. But with this particular project, I kind of thought maybe I should start doing that with my projects because it would be nicer to demonstrate them and so on and so forth. But with this particular project, I'm just not 100% sure on the size yet. So I didn't really want to go tying in loads of ends in an inspiration and then realise actually it's the wrong size. So I've not tied them in yet, but I would quite like to tie them in because I really like that idea by Natalie. And I think it would be quite a good way to go forward. But a thought for future me. Anyway, here is where we are, and have I got my marker? Here's my marker. I've not done, as I say, I've not done a massive amount. So this is where I got to last week. So I've done one band of colour and I've just started on the next band. In fact, I've nearly finished that band, so I'm nearly back to this colour. So we're getting there, and I think what I want to do is do another band of this colour, then another band of grey, and then I'm going to try it on again and just see how we're getting on size-wise, length-wise, because I don't think I'm too far off. I mean, that looks pretty big, to be honest. I'm just going to hold it against myself. Yeah, I don't think I'm that far off, so I'm going to do those two and then read the pattern, see what it says about what row to finish on, like what colour to finish on, because obviously I think it might be finishing on this just to emulate this. I'm not sure yet, but I'll read the pattern after I've done those two bands of colour and then I'll see how I feel. But yeah, love this project. Really, really hope to get it finished soon because it's just gorgeous and I want to wear it, basically. So that is the Plumeria Tank Top by Along Avec Anna. Now, the yarn I'm using for the project, no, that's two of the same. Hang on, let me see. Do I have? I do. Fabulous. So the yarn I'm using is by Along Avec Anna, and it's their double merino. The grey is called Louvre, and the lovely sort of greeny bluey colour is called Celadon. There we go. Again, it's that double merino by Along Avec Anna, and it is just, oh, love it. It's such a lovely project to work on. I really enjoy it, and yeah, I'm just really, really pleased with it. I just want to wear it now. So hopefully June. I plan to get it finished in June. Well, I must get it finished in June. Oh, I thought I'd wear a nice top for you all today, but it's quite shifty. It's a bit annoying. So apologies for the shifty top. I'm just going to have a quick sip of tea. I realise I don't wear any of my nice tops anymore, so maybe this is a good opportunity to start wearing my nice tops again. But not if they're going to be malfunctioning. Right, on to the next project. I'm just going to double check. Yes, it is this one, and that is the Sacred Woods sweater by Janine Miska. I've got the book here. Janine Miska. And this is it. Hang on, let me make sure I've got it the right way round. Nope, that way. All right. And this is it. There we go. It looks kind of dull like that, I imagine, but there it is. This is being crocheted, and it's being crocheted along this long edge here. Ta-da. And then basically there's the hole for the head, and it goes that way around. So I'm crocheting that way, if you will. So it creates this really nice pattern of the sweater, which I think is going to be really, really nice. That's why I wanted to make this. And all I'm doing is just making a big panel with a hole in the middle. And once I've gone far enough out, it will then be, that way, it will then be sewing up the sides, put the sleeves on, do the ribbing around the neck and do the ribbing around the bottom. Now I'm not sure if that is a little bit too, hang on, I'm not sure if that's a little bit too big. I think it'll be alright because it's quite oversized anyway. It says it needs to be, was it 10 to 12? I've got the book here, hang on. I think it's 10 to 12 inches of positive ease. What is it? Yeah, 10 to 12 inches of positive ease. Now that's quite a lot. So I think I'm going to be alright. I really like it anyway, and I hope it's going to be really, really lovely when I'm finished with it. I'm really excited on this. And I've had a bit of a second wind on this. And talking about my whips videos and them being extremely useful, this has been a paused whip for a long time, and I'd only done about that much the last time I picked it up. And since then I'd done up to here. And then this week, or the week just gone, that was where I'd got to, and I've done quite a bit more. And that is all the way across here. So there's quite a bit done. And I'm getting there. I'm really, really pleased that I picked this up. And I think that's what's helpful, as I say, revisiting your works in progress, especially paused ones, because you might get a second wind on them, which I have with this. So this is fantastic. I'm really happy this is out of paused. And I'm really hoping to maybe get it finished sooner than later. I would quite like it to be finished. Although the weather, I was about to say, although the weather is turning, it should be turning, it should be going to summer now, but here in the UK, for some reason, it's decided to give us April again. It's just been very wet, windy and cold. So we've had a couple of heat waves, but nothing spectacular. So I don't know, we shall see, but maybe I can wear this when I've finished it. So that's exciting. The yarn I'm using is, oh, there's hooks everywhere. The yarn I am using is Paintbox Yarns Wool Blend Worsted. It is shade number 21. And the blend of the yarn is 25% wool, 75% acrylic. And it's lovely. It is little bit rustic. I reckon it's going to be really soft once it's washed though. Beautiful. So really, really pleased. And I'm not entirely sure why I have two balls that are in use. But anyway... That is the Sacred Woods sweater by Janine Miska. Right, the final project that I have been working on, I think I mentioned this one in my works in progress video, so this might not be a surprise, but it's something I've not really worked on for a little while, and I was happy that I managed to get a couple of rounds in, and literally it is only just a couple of rounds. And this is my beautiful Rad Plaid Cowl by Andrea Mowry. I love this, it's gorgeous. The work I've done on it, so this is where I got to the last time you saw it, I've done about an inch. So yeah, I mean, it's progress, right? It's progress. Any progress is progress. And yeah, it is a labour of love because, yeah, it's just a lot of yarn management and stuff like that. But I absolutely love the project. It's just such an incredible effect, isn't it? It's just amazing. It's beautiful. As you can see, it's using 3 different types of yarn. And I reckon I'm about halfway, maybe a little bit over halfway. So I really want to push and get this finished. I say that with everything and I end up choosing something totally different. But it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm going to show you the yarns I'm using. All of the yarns are by the wonderful Boscastle yarn. Let me just find a label that is nicely presented. There we go. So, Boscastle yarn, I highly recommend checking out Tanya's yarn. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, absolutely wonderful yarns. The green colour that I'm using in this is this absolutely gorgeous colour. I'm just, oh, it's beautiful. This colour is called Valency Valley. All the yarns are fingering weight and they are sock based, so 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. I say all of them, one of them isn't, I'll tell you about that one in a minute. The other colour that I'm using is this gorgeous colourway, and this is called Gorse and Granite. Here it is, Gorse and Granite. Absolutely gorgeous. And then the final colourway that I'm using is actually a Surrey Silk alpaca. Oh, there we go. Right, here we go. It is a Suri silk lace. It is baby Suri alpaca, 74% baby Suri alpaca, 26% mulberry silk. Here it is. It's beautiful. Love, love, love this colourway. And the colourway is called Crowdy. So there's the information on that one. There we go. Just love it. Beautiful. So those are the 3 colours that I'm using with this product. There we are. Please ignore the yarn cozies. They are nothing to do with this. They're just a nice way of holding the yarn, basically. And then this is the lovely Rad Plaid Cowl by Andrea Mowry. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Right. So that is that one. And those are all the projects that I have worked on in terms of works in progress this week. We are now on to cast-ons, and I do have a cheeky cast-on, I'm afraid. Well, I'm not afraid, I'm happy I've done it, but, you know, I have a cheeky cast-on for you. So, the cheeky cast-on that I have, I'm just going to find my page before I get stuck in. So, the cheeky cast-on I have for you is that I have cast on Agnes the Heron. I hope you can see that. I can't see what you're seeing, but this is Agnes the Heron. And she, oh no, you can't see that, can you? There we go, Agnes the Heron. I think you can see that better. My apologies, the glare of the ring light. Lovely. And she is bird number 10 of the 12 Birds of Christmas, Partridge in a Pear Tree book by Kerry Lord of Toft. So, where are we? There, Agnes is there. The rest of them are up here. I think my camera's a bit wonky, sorry. I usually try and line it up to the top of the fireplace, but clearly I haven't done that today. It's just slightly out, but I hope that doesn't bother anybody. Anyway, I have cast on Agnes. Now I know, I said I wasn't going to cast Agnes on until I had finished the Frizzle Chicken, but I feel like the 12 Birds of Christmas are a bit more pressing than Calypso the Frizzle Chicken, so I cast on. And all I have done so far is the body and the head, which is a decent amount, I suppose. I've tried to really overstuff that neck because that beak is going to be heavy. And then I have started this is one leg, so I need to do 2 more toes and then the back toe, and then that's leg number 1 finished. So that is literally all I've done. I've not done a massive amount, but I mean, as I said, progress is progress. But this is my cheeky cast on. I did resist as long as I could, but I feel like I do need to get these birds finished because I have a lot of plans, and yeah, old plans need to be done and finished now. So making a good plan to get them done. That is the only cast on, don't panic. It's all good. It's the only cast on. So it's like 1 for 1. Horseshoe falls out, Agnes the Heron in. The Pincushion Flower I didn't have to worry too much about because that was in and out within a matter of days, so it barely touched my whips list, which was great. Right, my top is driving me nuts. It's what I get for wearing a nice top, as I've already said. Anyway, on to the final section, which is acquisitions. As I sort of alluded to at the start of this episode, there is stuff coming, but the main thing I was hoping would arrive today has not arrived. So we're going to start with the first item, which is not that item. This is a completely different item. This is a pre-order. So I think I mentioned this last week. Was it last week's podcast? Possibly last week's podcast. Oh yes, it was. Yes. So I have pre-ordered the absolutely gorgeous box from Beehive Yarns. So I mentioned last week that Beth from Beehive Yarn was doing this absolutely beautiful yarn and book box, and I think the previous instalment was Anne of Green Gables. So you got the yarn, you got the book, and you got some nice extra goodies in with the box. So she teased last week for the new box, and I thought it would be Alice in Wonderland, and I was correct, it was Alice in Wonderland. So I have pre-ordered that box. I'm very excited. Again, you get the book, you get the yarn. I think I ordered 100 gram and then 2 20 gram minis alongside the 100 gram. And then you also get some extra little goodies as well. I was super happy with the Halloween box that I ordered from Beth last year. So I have a very strong feeling I'm going to be very happy with this box as well, especially because it would be nice to have a really beautiful copy of Alice in Wonderland. So really excited to get that. I don't think that's coming until around about July, so it's going to be a while for that to come. But that's fine. I'm happy to wait. It's all good. I'm just letting you know I did pre-order that. The final thing that is coming that I'm really sad is not here yet is I ordered, after saying last week, God, after saying last week I've been so good at not ordering stuff just because of ordering stuff. The Beehive yarn box was purely because I like Alice in Wonderland and I really like Beth's yarn boxes. I think they're absolutely fantastic. And I felt like treating myself because I've been so good. Then I decided to order loads of yarn. All of this yarn has projects ready for it, and they are all projects I want to do this year before Christmas, which is why I want to get Birds of Christmas done as soon as possible. So I have ordered yarn for projects from this absolutely fantastic book. I'm hoping the projects aren't going to take me too long, but you know, famous last words and all of that. But I have ordered some yarn for a number of projects from this book, 2 of which are going to be gifts, and 3 of which are going to be decorations for the house for Christmas. So I'm going to show you what I've ordered yarn for, or should I wait? No, I'll show you now. So I've ordered yarn for, I'm going to take that out. I've ordered yarn for this, which is the absolutely brilliant snake from Nightmare Before Christmas, the one that they put all the presents in and it started eating the Christmas tree. It was great. So I would love to have that snake around the base of my Christmas tree. I would really like that. So that is one that I've ordered yarn for. Another that I've ordered yarn for, and I've ordered enough to make 4 of these. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Alright, as I say, I've ordered enough to make 4 of these. So they are these. So these are the festive stockings. And I've got one that's going to be in this colourway. And then I've ordered one that is, oh, what colours did I order? Oof, I'm trying to remember what colours I ordered. But I ordered colours that were more Halloween-y. So I'm going to have a Christmassy one, probably there. And then a Halloween-y one the other side. That's my plan for Christmas decor. And then I decided to get even more excited because I love cushions and I've not made a cushion before, so I'm going to make this one, which is just going to be ace. So I want to make this one for Halloween and have that on the sofa for Halloween. So those are what I've ordered yarn for. I know, but at least they all have projects. It's all good. Anyway, I have been waffling for absolutely ages. Again, my apologies for the intense waffle at the start of this video. Again, I always put chapters in all of my videos, so if you do come across a bit of waffle that's on a topic you're not that fussed about, please make use of the chapters below. You can use the time bar below and you'll see little chunks of time in each of my videos. Just if you've started on one, move to the next one. Failing that, if you go down into the description, further down in the description will be all the timestamps. You can always skip to a heading that you would much rather watch. I understand that I do waffle a lot, so that is why I like to put in my timestamps, because it makes it a lot easier for yourselves to navigate to parts of my video that you're most interested. So say, for example, you're only interested in the Sacred Woods sweater, you can always just navigate straight to that and you can skip all my waffle, if you will. But that is my idea with the chapters, just to try and help you out a little bit in case you are very specific about what you prefer to watch and what you prefer to listen to. So I am going to leave that there. Thank you so much for watching. As always, it means the absolute world to me. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of the day and a wonderful weekend. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.